Jasmine Crockett and Gavin Newsom, two of the most unscrupulous, laughably incompetent politicians from the Democrat Party, officially joined forces under the common banner of Trump derangement syndrome. Jasmine Crockett is scrambling to stay relevant after she was redrawn out of a job and her district no longer exists. So she's gearing up to run for senator in Texas, and Gavin Newsom is obviously gearing up to run for president in 2028. Now, what's incredibly ironic about this video, and I want you guys to watch till the end, is Jasmine Crockett is notorious for hating white people, for vilifying white people, for demonizing white people, for blaming white people for every single problem the earth deals with today. But during this rally in Texas with Gavin Newsom, she seems to have had a change of heart, and she gets on her hands and knees and kisses Gavin Newsom's ass so hard there's probably a permanent lipstick mark. As always, like the video and subscribe to the channel, but let's start by hearing Jasmine announce her plan to run for senator of Texas.
I've heard you talk about the potential of a Senate run. How seriously are you weighing that? Because there are some deadlines looming here.
I am seriously weighing it to the extent that I'm about to spend a lot of money to get data. So I'm a data-driven person. I will tell you that I personally believe that Texas needs to do something different if they want a different result. That's just the bottom line.
How far are you in exploring? Who have you talked to? Have you interviewed potential campaign staff? Like, where are you at?
So we've talked to, there's only one person that I can see leading this team. It's somebody that I've known for years, somebody that I trust, and somebody who's very experienced. I will not put him out there.
But you've had that conversation.
Oh, absolutely. We've had multiple conversations, and we just took a meeting face to face here a few days ago as I was kind of running down what I'm thinking if numbers kind of show what I think they may show.
So fake ghetto Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett is clearly trying to implement the Kamala Harris strategy of failing her way upwards. Jasmine Crockett comes from means and a private school background, yet she wants to cosplay as the stereotypical angry black woman so she can pander to the lowest common denominator in the black community. Instead of being a professional, dignified, intelligent role model for future young black girls to aspire to, she instead adopts a racist caricature of what she believes a true black woman is so she can seem more relatable with the black voter. And within this condescending and degrading role that she's adopted, she also panders to the victim mindset of the left by stoking endless racial division by weaponizing identity politics. And we've heard endlessly from Jasmine Crockett about how white people are the cause of all the world's ills, especially white men who are the main culprits holding everyone back from flourishing. But here she is, jumping for joy, celebrating the great white savior, Gavin Newsom.
So weeping looks like leaders promoting hate. Weeping looks like Abbott being a lousy step and fetch it governor that puts tyranny over Texans. Weeping looks like taking food out of the mouths of seniors, babies, and making sure that after a court tells you to feed the people, you decide to appeal it. Weeping looks like taking away health care and not giving a damn. Weeping looks like wreaking havoc not only on our economy, but also the East Wing. Weeping looks like terrorizing communities with ICE. But joy looks like our amazing Texas state reps. Joy looks like the wins that we had on November 4th throughout the entire country. Joy looks like restoring decency, dignity, and democracy. Joy looks like California passing Prop 50. And finally, joy looks like a man by the name of Gavin Newsom.
The entire Democrat platform is built on hypocrisy. White people are bad, they're evil, they're scary, but not our white people. They're the source of our joy. Billionaires are greedy and keeping the working class down. They need to pay their fair share. but not our billionaires like J.B. Pritzker and George Soros. We believe in democracy and upholding democratic institutions, as they anointed Kamala Harris without a single Democratic vote, and are currently undergoing creating the most gerrymandered map we've ever seen in American history in California. We believe in women's rights, they say, as they actively fight to repeal every single law and protection given to women in their fight for equality. But Gavin Newsom isn't just the source of Jasmine Crockett's joy. As you'll hear in this next clip, he might be the greatest human being to ever walk the face of the earth.
So let me tell you about Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom could have sat on the sidelines, you see, because everything looks blue in California. But he decided that it was bigger than just his state. He decided that this was about the democracy of all of us. And frankly, he decided if you come for Texas, then I'ma come for you. Listen, it's been a while since we had leadership that had our backs. And it is sad that we had to look to a leader in California. But I am here to tell you that he is in it for the long haul. That is exactly why Gavin Newsom not only had me raising money for Prop 50, not only had me doing block walk lunches, not only had me doing rallies, and doing commercials. But after all was said and done, Gavin Newsom is here at ground zero because he wants y'all to know that he is about this life. So will you join me in welcoming a real governor, Gavin Newsom?
Jasmine Crockett's out here doing block walks for massa. She's raising money for massa. She's doing commercials for massa. It's funny how Jasmine Crockett doesn't even realize that she's admitting the party who claims the future is female, that white people are a relic of the past, are now relying on a white man to come save the day. Their entire messaging is pandering to low IQ people who love to pat themselves on the back for feeling virtuous and standing up for social justice, and then unintentionally admit and reveal their own incompetence by handing over the reins of the party to a white man to bring it home for them. They had 4 years to remove a brain-dead Joe Biden and replace him with the first woman of color president. But they didn't, because their racially divisive rhetoric is a mere marketing strategy to self-wallowing victims who relish in the pity and sympathy of others who think that they're oppressed. But here's where Gavin Newsom hits the stage and, in perfect Gavin Newsom fashion, says the most cringe thing you can possibly imagine.
You guys have awakened up our immune system. We're dealing with an invasive species by the name of Donald Trump. He is an historic president, however. Historically unpopular president. Under every key category. I mean, you can't even make this is hard to do. On every issue, on the economy, on tariffs, on immigration, on health care. Historically unpopular president. And he knows it. And he knows it.
Yeah, you're pretty stupid. Oh, like he thinks he's so clever. He thinks he's so witty. He seems like in the morning he looks in the mirror, slicking his hair back with all the hair gel, and gives himself endless positive affirmations. The Democrats let in 20 million people illegally into our country over 4 years. And Donald Trump, the one trying to fix that problem, is the invasive species. The American middle class has been hollowed out due to outsourcing all of our manufacturing jobs. And whatever low to middle tier jobs exist have had the wages absolutely suppressed due to the egregious amount of illegal immigration and people who are willing to work those jobs for a fraction of what American citizens would. The importation of cheap third world labor literally prevents the mechanism within capitalism that raises wages. If you need a job done and you offer $10 an hour and nobody applies, you know what you have to do? You have to offer $15 an hour. And if that's not enough, $20 an hour. And at some point, there is a voluntary agreement between employer and employee, and the deal is made. But if you just import people who will accept the $10 an hour or even less, all it does is create more unemployed Americans who can't find gainful employment and therefore must rely on government welfare. That's how you get the number of people on food stamps increasing from 17 million in the year 2000 to 42 million today. But Gavin Newsom doesn't care about fixing America. Gavin Newsom just wants to implement his radical progressive agenda and has some choice words for anybody who gets in the way of that. Take a look.
We do have, well, and forgive me, but we do have some knee pads. It's a signature series. They're sold out at the moment. The universities and all these law firms and members, certain media organizations, I figured they can use these. Let's keep our eyes wide open to what's at stake and what's going on in the United States of America. These guys want to roll back all the hard-earned progress of last century. They want to put America in reverse. They want to bring us back to a pre-1960s, maybe 1860s world. And you're seeing it not just on voting rights, you're seeing it on civil rights, you're seeing it on women's rights, you're seeing it on LGBTQ rights. We're experiencing it in real time.
The only people who take Gavin Newsom seriously are the same people who take MSNBC seriously. They rely on people like this to feed them endless propaganda so they can take a look in the mirror and feel good about themselves. It's this sad, delusional echo chamber where they're all telling each other how great they are, that they're all the last line of defense to stop all of these terrible things from happening. In their mind, America is evil, it's racist, it's oppressive, it's imperialistic. And so to desire American success and prosperity is to simultaneously desire injustice. In their utopian vision, America is a socialist matriarchy led by women of color and men pretending to be women, all supported by a coalition of self-hating white people and perpetual government-dependent global South illegal migrants who have no appreciation for American culture or tradition. And that's why Gavin Newsom ends his speech by saying, Donald Trump isn't above the law, but all of these 25 million illegal aliens certainly are.
And so as we enter, I'll close, on 2026, the 250th anniversary of our founding fathers, let's restore not just hope and optimism, but let's also stand up as we take back the House. Let's stand up. Let's stand up to those that have been humiliated, those that feel bullied, those that are afraid and scared. Let's stand up for those that have given up, and let's give them hope. Let's stand up for the rule of law. Let's stand up for a system of checks and balances, and let's stand up for our democracy, for all of us. Thank you, Texas.
The Democrats love saying that we live in a democracy because it sounds more altruistic. They ignore that we're a democratic republic because saying that we're a democracy feels more empowering to their low IQ but allegedly super intelligent and educated base. And by the way, if we were a democracy, where was the Democratic consensus that we're going to allow 25 million people illegally into our country? Where was the Democratic consensus that we're to reorganize all of society around the feelings and delusions of mentally ill men pretending to be women? They'll cite some rogue activist federal judge striking down the constitutional authority of the president as proof that he's breaking the law, that he's a tyrant, and will conveniently ignore the ruling from a higher court that affirms he is acting within his constitutional legal authority because it doesn't fit the narrative that they're trying to push. Gavin Newsom wants to give hope to all of the illegal aliens that one day they'll be granted amnesty. They want to legalize tens of millions of people who will simply vote for the party that promises to give them the most free stuff. And because the Democrat Party is about complete, total control, people like Jasmine Crockett are easily willing to go from white men are bad to we must support Gavin Newsom, the white guy, die if it means their plans for total control are achieved and Jasmine Crockett gets a seat at the table. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Turn on those notification bells so you never miss a video. And I will see you guys in the next one.